We've all heard a lot about self-care, but why is self-care very important for high achievers? Look, if you're a high achiever or you're aspiring to become a high achiever, like the Warren Buffett, the Elon Musk, all these rich and successful people, you need to understand that self-care is very important. Some people, when they go to work, they sit down for 5 hours straight on the computer, okay? They're on their phone, okay? They're even at the place of work trying to see how they can achieve all the things in the day, trying to make sure they can try to impress their bosses or their managers or their MDs and CEOs. But that can be actually dangerous for your results. And in the end, you might become frustrated because all of those things that you are aiming for, you might not get them. So why is self-care very important for a high achiever or someone who is aspiring to be a high achiever? Look, you don't necessarily need to do all the work 8 hours straight. You do not need to sit down and do all the work 10 hours straight. Of course, it's good to have focus and discipline and try to achieve your goals, okay? And then put the dedication and everything. But you must know when your body and your mind need rest. You must know when your body and mind need refreshment. You must know when your body and mind need something to connect with. You are not even a robot, okay? You're not a robot because even robots they need their time of their own. You need to understand that you are not a machine and that you must take care of yourself to get anything that you want. Look, what is the purpose of pursuing a very good career and then at the end of the day you cannot find happiness and peace or purpose? What is the essence of having all of the money and then in the end you cannot say, oh God, I think my life is very useful now. Look, it's not about trying to get all the results and all these things, okay? It's very good if you are trying to get a raise or a promotion, a job, and then you have to work 8 hours straight. But you must understand that to be a high achiever, okay, you don't need to be the hardest worker. Okay, and what must you do to practice self-care to be a high achiever? First, you must take rest appropriately. You can work for 2 hours straight, then take a break, at least 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and then go back to your work. It's going to be much more productive because when you do this, you gain more productivity, you get better results, and you feel happier. And this is very important. The second thing that you need to do is that you must exercise regularly. A lot of people these days they just sit down on the TV. Then when they get back from work, they go and binge watch TV and everything. They don't even have time for their bodies anymore. They just working out or doing exercise, ordinary walking, okay, strolling or they walking in the park every day in the morning, okay, for 10 to 15 minutes is very important for your health. You know, getting active, a little bit physical activity is very important. And by exercising regularly, you improving your mind and improving your body. Look, physical and mental well-being is the most important priority for anybody. And you cannot trade your health for any job or career or any amount of money because money cannot buy your life. Okay. And the third way that you must understand and then practice self-care to become a high achiever is that you must practice mindfulness and meditation. Sometimes you just need to be alone. You just need to be alone in your own space and then listen to your body, listen to your mind, try to think clearly, try to understand that life doesn't need to be rushed, okay? Your life is your own to live and you don't need to listen to anybody's advice, okay? Even if you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, it's very okay. But I need you to know that to become a high achiever, you don't need to necessarily do all the hard work all at once. You need to break down your task easily and then try to make sure that you listen to your body, you practice mindfulness, and that you know when your body needs to relax, okay? There's a lot of things that you can actually achieve by slowing things down, okay? And then finally, the fourth one that I want you to know is that sometimes you just need to keep your gadgets where they are. Your gadgets, they are not you. You must just leave your gadgets in the bedroom. You don't even need to take it first thing in the morning, okay? But I know there's a lot of things that a lot of gurus say online, but I just want you to know that sometimes you just need to leave your gadgets alone. I understand if you need your gadgets to do work or your remote work or things like that, but sometimes you just need to let it be and then go out alone in nature. Walk for a little while and try to speak and communicate with your soul and then find your soul's deepest purpose. Your deepest purpose might not be in your career. It might just be in that one thing that you don't even have time enough to try to cultivate. So try to make sure that you find your way and then find your peace so that you can actually become a high achiever and you achieve all your goals and find happiness and fulfillment in your family, in your place of work, in your career. And I wish you all the best. This is my little gift from me to you. And I hope that it rings a bell and I'll see you in the next one.